One of the most disgusting interviews of all time, where interviewers went too far. This was 100% a psychological and mental beatdown on a pregnant woman who was 24.
Her past and her...
Does the term bother you when you hear redneck? Because it's not used in a Gretchen Wilson proud of... Well, it's not used that way.
Because I have to believe that I'm here for a reason.
What's the reason?
Those are things that you have to have as a human.
And yet, as upset as it makes you, you wouldn't trade your life now, it seems. That seems strange for some people to understand. If they're making you this miserable, how can you still say, but I'm lucky?
And he says he has no regrets and would do it again. So, of course, we all know that Britney starts off the interview explaining that her safety and privacy are being ripped from her. She goes on to say that she has a whole security detail and a helicopter that visits her house once a day that are from the paparazzi. Also touches on the fact that her and her children would not be in danger if the paparazzi backed up a little. At this point, Matt is doing okay, right? He's doing okay. Until we get up to modern day, and that's when he starts asking invasive questions and doing this mind game thing with her. He goes on to ask her how her marriage is with a friendly smile. She thanks him and says it's going great, and he pulls out horrendous mags, saying that her marriage is over, that she's a bad mom.
Let me show you some magazines, okay?
Okay.
These are all current, all right? I don't have to show you them all, but we got one here. Britney moves on without Kevin. Brit's new man.
Oh, no.
Basically, this is the tone, that this marriage is over, there are problems in paradise, and it's not going to last.
She keeps it positive by saying that she doesn't respond to trash and that she doesn't care what anyone thinks. He then responds by saying, but don't you know that a lot of people don't want you to make it? Like, they want you to fail. They don't want you and Kevin to work out. And she's like, oh, that's weird and sad. But anyways, it's as if he doesn't want to believe that she's happy and that he's not accepting any of this as an answer. Then there's another part of the interview where he brings up that she's like a sweet hometown girl that everybody likes. And she's like, I'm still the same one, man. And doing all that kind of thing, being cute and like trying to stop him before he goes there. And then he goes, yeah, but people say that you're a redneck though. And she's like, well, I don't care. I'm proud. And he's like, no, it's not a good thing. Like, if she wants to perceive it as a good thing, let her perceive it as a good thing. You could tell that she felt safe at first, but then he twisted it and she felt really uncomfortable.
Would describe you, they'd say, she's this great young thing from the South, you know, small town girl.
I still am, man.
I know, but then all of a sudden...
good tea, okay?
But then all of a sudden, they started to use that Southern background in a different way. The tone of it changed. Maybe she's a little bit of a redneck. You started to hear that it wasn't a good thing, that all of a sudden it wasn't a good thing, your roots. They started to try and make it a negative thing.
But they still gave her flack for her past and her...
Does the term bother you when you hear redneck? Because it's not used in a Gretchen Wilson proud of... Well, it's not used that way.
And you can just see her face drop. This kind of emotional tactic where he first starts off something really nice and tries to get her to be happy and then just to bring her all the way down is something that he would do throughout the rest of this interview. It's as if he's mad that she doesn't care what people think. This is when Britney starts to realize what's going on, and he asks her to describe motherhood in detail. And his slimy self says, go into more detail. I love hearing mothers talk about their kids in detail. And Britney's like, no, let's keep the interview on topic, please. Because she already knows what he's about to do.
In September?
Mm-hmm.
September, do you know what you're having?
I do not know.
Are you going to find out?
No, I want to be surprised. I'm very excited.
Talk about motherhood.
Motherhood.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it what you thought it would be?
It's more.
In what way?
I mean, you could possibly never realize you could love something that much.
Was that the way it was from the very beginning?
Oh, yeah. The moment I saw him, just, it's amazing. I can't, words can't really describe.
Tell me about him. Describe him a little bit for me. I love to hear mothers describe their children.
We'll make this interview about other stuff now, if that's okay.
Britney and Matt go on to talk about Sean Preston being on her lap in the car and says that her dad did the same thing with her when she was little. And I'm just like, Jamie Spears is always at the scene of a crime. I'm not even surprised that he led Britney to believe that that was even the right thing to do. And there were normal people out there that when this happened, they were like, oh, she needs to take like child safety classes and things like that. Like, there's definitely a way to fix this issue. But Matt wanted to have other plans and make her feel bad. She goes on to say that she had to take her child to the doctor because when her son was in the care of a nanny, her son fell out of the high chair. That the doctors were acting weird towards her when she went there.
I don't want to say, but they did.
Suspicious?
Like I said, I don't want to say what they did or what they said. But it was bad. It was really, really bad.
Do you think, though, Britney, that because of those questions that were asked after that picture on Pacific Coast Highway with Sean in your lap, that the doctor in that emergency room or that hospital said, wait a second, maybe I have a bad mama? Not long after that, you got a visit from the family services people.
Yeah, in which actually they felt really bad about it. They said, we don't even know why we're here.
Matt sees that it makes Britney uncomfortable and takes a shot at her, using that moment at the doctor's office to psychologically mess with her head. She continues to explain that accidents happen when she almost tripped with Sean. Matt finally gets his wish when he asks her, what will it take for the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I'm not perfect, I'm human.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?
Yeah. I would like for them to leave me alone. You have to realize that we're people and that we just need privacy and we need our respect. And those are things that you have to have as a human.
Strange for some people to understand. If they're making you this miserable, how can you still say, but I'm lucky?
Because I have to believe that I'm here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I'm so blessed with my baby. That's the happiest thing that's ever, it's like a miracle.
And it's just irritating because as she's crying, he keeps egging it on, like, is that your only wish? And like trying to like make her into a lol cow almost. It's like you don't want to comfort her at all or give any dams. Like, that's just crazy to me. Matt Lauer, while Britney is crying, he looks at her, he's smiling at her, and he says, what is your purpose for being here? Not here at the interview, but here at life, like on Earth. And she's like, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure that out, but I know I'm supposed to be here. And he's like, why and how? She has so much hope and positivity, and he squishes on her every second in this interview. It's insane. The interview in general was misogynistic, intrusive, and just rude. Keep in mind, y'all, she was 24 here and pregnant. They were not even this hard on R. Kelly. Unfortunately, after this interview, things would, of course, get worse for Britney. Fast forward to 2017. On Watch What Happens Live, Matt says that he did his job and says sorry with a smirk, saying that he would do it again. But oops, he actually can't do it again now because right after that, he was exposed as the type of person he really is and he got fired. So yeah, still can't even believe that interview, and it's crazy because out of all of the Britney ones, that one is still not as bad as like the Diane Sawyer one, but Matt was being very inappropriate in the entire interview, and the tactics that he was trying to use to get a reaction out of Britney disgusts me because he couldn't sit there and have a normal interview and give her space to talk. He had to keep prying and try to twist things. Leave her alone. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below.